Hello guys, welcome to the another video. In this video I'm going to solve some harder surd equation. A lot of people think this is a very hard question, but this is not. So I'm going to show you very simple easy method. Okay, let's start. First question. So 4 over 1 over 3 root plus 3 root. So there's a many ways to do this question, but I'm going to solve simple method. A lot of people start doing rationalize, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to take first denominator first. I'm going to take denominator. I'm going to write it down over here. So I'm going to write it on 1 over root 3 plus root 3. So a lot of people think how we can do this one, and this is easy as well. So think this a fraction. Let's say if we have a half and plus 3. So how are we going to do this one? What's the denominator over here? So it's going to be 1. So there's a different way to add the fraction as well. I make the same denominator. So there's a 2 here. So I'm going to times by 2 here. And I'm going to times 2 at the tops as well. So this become half plus 6 over 2. Now we got the same denominator, we can add the top bit, which is going to be 7 over 2. So here as well, so we can use the same method. What's the denominator over after at the bottom of 3 root is going to be 1. So now I need to make the same denominator. So this is 3 root over here. So I'm gonna make 3 root over here by timing by 3 roots. So when I times at the bottom, I must time at the top as well, same number, because this is a rule. So now, so we're going to simplify now. So 1 over root 3 plus, now 3 root times 3 root is going to be 9 root. How this is going to be 9 root, I explain in my another video as well, so you can watch the basic of surds. So it's going to be 9. So 1 times 3 root is going to be root 3. Now, so 1 over root 3 plus 9 root is going to be 3 over root 3. Now we got the same denominator like I did here. So I'm going to just add the top bit. So 3 plus 1 is going to be 3 over 3 root. Now this, we got the bottom bit now. So what I'm gonna do now, so I'm gonna just put it in the answer. So we got 4 divided by that, which is the answer, this one. So I'm gonna do 4 over 3, sorry, we got 4 3 over root 3. Okay, now this is 4 divided by that, so it means we can write it down 4, I'm going to put the equal sign over here, 4 divided by 3 over 3 root. I can do that because I can make my life easy, otherwise it's going to be a little bit tricky. So 4 divided by that, so this is fraction kind of as well. Let me explain you. If you have a 4 divided by, let's say, half, so what you're going to do, so I'm going to do 4 times, so I'm going to change divide into times. So then this is going to be flip. I'm going to flip the second fraction. It's going to be 2 over 1. So I can times now. 4 times 2 is 8 over 1, which is going to be 8. So I'm going to do the same method over here. So I'm going to do 4 divide is going to be changed into times. So I'm going to flip the second fraction. So 3 root over 3. So our answer is going to be 4 3 root over 3, and that's simplification. Okay, so there's a different ways as well to do this question, but the simplest way, which I explain you guys now, you no need to rationalize this, and that's a simple answer. Now let's start the second question. Okay guys, so there's another question. This is a 5 marks, so always come in the exam. Okay, let's start. So this is ABC is a right angle triangle. So we need to find the exact area of the shaded region, so which is over here. So we can see that we have a triangle here. So to find the shaded area, so we need to find the area of 2 triangles, which is one is over here. So I'm going to draw here separately. So let's draw this small triangle. The side of this one, so it's going to be A, D and C. So this is going to be 3 root over 3, and this is going to be 2 root over 2, and we got one big triangle as well, so I'm going to write it down over here. So the side is going to be same, 2 root over 2. So to find BD, so something information we have to read it. C is the point on BD such that CD is equal to 3 root over 3, and he's saying AD is equal to BD. So it means whatever is AD is equal to BD. It means AD we got 2 root over 2. So this means, so I'm going to write it down, A, D and B. So it means BD, which is going to be 2 root over 2 as well. So now it's simple. So I'm going to find the area of this triangle A, then I'm going to find the area of the bigger triangle, which is over here. So then I'm going to take away, then I'm going to get the shaded region. So to find the area of this shape, so I'm going to do first this one. So to find the area, so we know this is the triangle, right angle triangle is mentioned in the question as well. So we do half times base times height. Simple is that. So we got half, base we got 2 root over 2, and height we got 3 root over 3. So I'm going to draw the line here, so I'm not going to mix up. Okay, now this is simple, don't be confused guys. So 1 times root 2 is going to be root 2. Root 2 times 3 root is going to be 6 root. So we can do that. So we can multiply the surds. 6 root. So this is going to be 4 times 3 is going to be 12. So we got 6 root over 12. So we can't cancel this as well. Some people they think 6, 12 is going to be 1 over 2. Not, because this is a surd. So we can't simplify the number with surd. Now to find the area of this shape, so I'm going to write it down, A, half times base times height. So just replace the values. So base we got 2 root over 2, and height we got 2 root over 2, same. So now simplify that, half. Now 2 root times 2 root is going to be 4 root, and 2 times 2 is going to be 4. I'm just simplify this, don't be confused. So this is going to be half, 4 root we know is going to be 2, and this is going to be 4. Now this 2 I can cancel by this 2, so I got the answer is going to be 1 over 4. Now this is a bigger triangle, so which is quarter, and the smaller is going to be 6 root over 12. So I'm going to take away this by that, so then we're going to get the area of the shaded region. Okay, to find the area for the shaded region, so this is the area for the big triangle, so we're going to take by that, so we're going to get the area of the shaded region. So what I'm going to do, area, we do 1, 4 minus 6 root over 12. You can leave the answer like this, but if you want to simplify that, you can do that. So this is 12, this is 4. Again, same fraction, don't be confused. I'm going to times this by 3 and time this by 3 as well to get the same denominator. So this is going to be 3 over 12 and minus 6 over 12. So this is going to be same denominator. So I'm going to do 3 minus 6 root over 12. And this is the answer for shaded region, guys. So look, this question looks hard, but this is not hard. Don't be confused, believe me. A lot of people, when they see the question, they confuse, but don't be confused. And if you just follow the method, follow the rules, read the question properly, and follow the method how to find the area. Even if you get some part wrong, maybe then you can get some marks. It means if you're gonna do this part, then you're gonna get some marks. So don't leave it. Do not leave it when you get these kind of questions in the exam. Try to solve some parts. Let's do some other questions. Okay, this is another question. Okay, so don't be confused now. So we have to find the values of k over here. So this easy question as well is not hard. So try to think what is that. So we can see here, this is a triangle, and this is a right angle triangle. So means is simple is that we have to use Pythagoras theorem to find the unknown side. So we use Pythagoras theorem, or we use sine, cos, tan, or we use other thing as well. So means there's three things to find the values of to find the unknown side in the triangle. So we can use Pythagoras theorem, we can use SOHCAHTOA rule, which is called sine, cos, tan, and there's a one more rule, sine on cosine, when there's no right angle triangle. But this right angle triangle, so I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem. So we know Pythagoras theorem is that we do a square is equal to b squared plus c squared. This is a formula when we're going to find the longest side. So we know the longest side, the side in front of the 90-degree angle is called the longest side. So this is the 90-degree angle, so mean this is the longest side, and this is the shortest sides. So we use different formula to find the shortest side. Okay, to find the shortest side, so we got k here. I explain how you're going to use it. Please watch my other Pythagoras theorem video. So I'm going to write it down k over here. I'm going to put the square k square. Then I'm going to write it down the longest side, which is over here. So I'm going to do 3 root plus 15. Square root is going to be square. Longest side squared. Then minus shortest side, which is over here. So this is going to be 3 plus 5 is going to be square as well. Now if you do this one, you're going to get 1 mark. Now we're going to simplify this. It's going to be a little bit long process. Stay with me. You can pause the video, try by yourself as well. So I'm going to expand this bracket. So I'm going to expand this first. So I'm going to write it down twice. So 3 root plus 15 root. This is going to be, I'm going to put right in the bracket. So this is going to be 3 root plus 15 root. And this is going to be minus. So I'm going to write this twice as well. So 3 plus 5 root bracket 3 plus 5 root. Just simple, just carry on the questions. I'm going to do over here. So this is going to be k squared. Now just expand the bracket. You can use FOIL method, it's going to be easy. So just do 3 times 3. Then we're going to do 3 times by 15. So because both number in the square root, we can times it. So 3 times 3 is going to be 9 root, and 3 times 15 is going to be 45 plus 45 root. So this time I'm going to times 15 by that. So this is going to be plus 45 root, and 15 times 15 is going to be 225. So it's going to be plus 225 square root. I just expand these two brackets, don't be confused. So I'm going to put the bracket over here. So I'm going to write the minus sign, which is over here. I'm going to do 3 times 3. This is going to be 9. I'm going to close the bracket. 9. Then I'm going to do 3 times 5. So a lot of people do 15. It's not going to be 15 because 3 is number and this is third. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just write plus 3 and 5 root because both are separate. Now 5 times 3 again plus, I'm going to write down 3 in the front and the 5, and it's going to be 25 root. 5 times 5 is going to be 25 roots. Simple as that, guys. Just follow the step. So 9 root is going to be 3. So 45 I can write it down. So let's say, guys, if we have a plus a, then what did you get? You get 2a, isn't it? So this is same. You can add the surds as well. This means there's a 1 number here, 1 here. So it's going to be 245 root. Okay, so plus 225 is going to be 15. Close the bracket. Minus 9. So this is both. We're going to add it now, same, because 5 root is going to be 6 plus 6, 5 root, and 25 is going to be 5. Now we're going to carry on. just follow the step, then simplify that. Okay, now we're going to simplify more. So 3 plus, so the same number we can add it is going to be 18. So 45, I explained in my other video how you can simplify that. So 45 I can write it down. I'm going to simplify over here. 45 root, I can simplify this, is going to be 9 times 5 root. So I can write it down separate as well. So this is the rule of the surds. So 9 root is going to be 3 root 5. So the answer is 3 root 5. But we got 2 over here as well. So I'm going to write it down times. So 45 I got 3 root 5. 3 root 5. 15 we already added in 3. So we're going to close the bracket. Minus. Now 9 plus 5 is going to be 14. And plus 6 root 5. That's it. Okay, we're going to simplify. Now we're going to expand the brackets now. We're going to, bracket is closed, we're going to open it. 18. Now 3 times 2 is going to be 6. But we can't do 6 times 5 because there's surds. Now I'm going to open this bracket because there's a minus outside. There's a little plus over here. So it's going to be minus 14. And this is going to be minus 6 root 5. Because the minus is outside, the sign is going to be inside, it's going to be changed, guys. A lot of people do mistake this as well. So be careful, when the minus is outside, change the sign inside. Now we're going to correct the like terms. Means same number. 18 take away 14 is going to be 4. And 6 take away root 5 minus 6 is both are same, but plus and minus we can cancel each other. Like if we have x minus x, the answer is going to be 0. Same here as well. So the answer is 4. Look, so this was a hard question, looks hard, but it's so simple. Just you have to follow the rule of the surds, expand the brackets and write the Pythagoras Theorem formula, and you're gonna get full 5 marks, guys. Hope so you understand this one. If you have any question, you can leave in the comments. I will try to explain and I will try to give you the answer as well. Thank you. Let's try another question. Okay, there's another question. A lot of people when see this question they confuse. Okay, what is that? But this easy, don't be confused, guys. So just follow the step. So this is divide. So I'm gonna write the question over here. 1 plus root 5. So this is our, so I can write it down, divide, but not now, in the next step. So 2 plus 5 over 5 root. So I'm gonna do step by step now. So I'm gonna solve this bottom bit first. So I'm gonna write it down over here. So I'm gonna say 2 plus 5 over root 5. So same, we need to make the same denominator. There's other way to do this as well. So there's a 1 here, so there's a 5 root. So I'm gonna do the 5 root both side. So I'm gonna write in the next line 2 over 1 plus 5 over 5 root. So this is 5 root. I'm gonna times 5 root over here. I'm gonna times 5 root over here. So what I get? So I'm gonna get 2 times 5. No, we can't do it. So it's gonna be 2 root 5. Then it's gonna be root 5 at the denominator plus 5 over root 5. So both we got the same denominator. So the top bit is going to be 2 root 5 plus 5, and we got 5. Now we got the 5 root at the denominator. When we got this one, so we got a problem. So we have to remove the surds or square root from the denominator, then we rationalize it. So to rationalize this one, so there's a specific method to rationalize the denominator. So I'm gonna do 2 5 root plus 5, so divided by root 5. To rationalize this one, so I'm gonna times it, root 5 at the top, and I'm gonna times 5 root at the bottom as well. Same number top and bottom, that's it. This is called rationalize. Okay, now I'm gonna times this one. So 5 root I'm gonna write in the bracket. So because this is 2 numbers, that's why I need to write into the bracket. If there's a 1 number, you can times it. It's easy peasy. Okay, now So the times the denominator, we're gonna do 5 root times 5 root is going to be 25. So 25 is going to be 5 root. We're gonna write into the next step. So this one you can simplify, you can expand it. So I'm gonna expand this bracket. So 5 now. So be careful. This is a very important step. So 2 is going to be stay as it is. Now I'm going to times only root with root. So 5 root times 5 root is going to be 25 root. That's it. Then I'm going to times 5 with this 5. So because this is number and surd, so I'm going to write on 5 and 5 root. So at the denominator, 25 root is going to be 5. So we can simplify more this step as well. So 25 root is going to be 5. Then we're going to do 5 times 2 is going to be 10 plus 5 root over 5. Okay, to continue more. So what I'm going to do now, this one I can simplify more, guys. So I'm going to write it on this question over here. So 10 plus 5 root over 5. So here we got 5 here, 10 here, so I can simplify more. I can take 5 outside. So this is 10, we got 2 over here plus root 5. I hope so you understand. Like this is like if you have a 10 plus 5x, so what you're gonna do? So you're gonna do 5 outside, this is gonna be 2 plus x. Same we can do with the surds as well, guys. So don't be confused. Hope so you understand this one. So this is 5. Now I can cancel this 5 with 5. I got 2 plus 5 root now. So this 5 you cannot cancel this 5 over here because these are two numbers. So be careful, guys. So this was the denominator of our questions. We're gonna go on the top and we're gonna put it over there. So 2 plus 5 root. So we got the top is going to be, we got 1 plus 5 root, and the denominator we got 2 plus 5 root. So it's going to be 2 plus 5 root. Now still we have a problem. We have a square number, square root number at the denominator. When you have, you still continue. So I'm gonna write this one in the new line. Right in the bottom. So that was 1 plus 5 root, and that was 2 plus 5 root. So this we have to rationalize again. Now this is two numbers. When you rationalize these kind of numbers, so I'm gonna times it. So bottom number is a plus, I'm gonna minus it, but I'm gonna write the same number. So if it's plus, do the minus. If it's minus, do the plus. So it's going to be 2 minus 5 root. This is a 5 marks question. So this is called rationalize as well. So now I'm going to times top with top. So because it's two number, I'm going to put into the bracket 1 plus root 5. This is close bracket, and this is going to be 2 minus 5 root, close bracket. So same thing I'm going to do over here. 2 plus 5 root, close the bracket, 2 minus 5 root. Don't be confused, I just put into the bracket, I times top with top, bottom with bottom. Now I'm going to expand the bracket. So 1 times 2 is going to be 2. So 1 times 5 is going to be minus 1 times 5 root is going to be just only 5 root. You don't write 1 in the front. You got it? So 1 times 5 is going to be minus. So plus 5 then times by 2 is going to be plus 2 5 root, and plus minus make minus. 5 root times 5 root is going to be 25 root, guys. Okay, now the bottom bit is going to be, now we can expand the bracket, but I know there's a formula here. If you have a plus b, guys, then if you have a minus b, then you can write it down a squared minus b squared, isn't it? Same thing. Let's say this is a and this is b, this is a, this is b. So can I write it down? It's going to be 2 squared minus 5 root squared. If you want to expand the bracket, you can do it, but this is easy way. If you're doing grade 8 and 9, so you must use this formula straight away to get it, because it's going to be a very lengthy question otherwise. Okay, now we're going to collect the like terms. So 2, we have to simplify more. So 2 Now this minus 1 plus 2 is going to be plus 1 root 5, because I explained before 2 take 1 is going to be 1, and minus 25 root is going to be 5. Are you guys with me? So 2 square is going to be 4, minus 5 root is going to be cancelled out, because we can cancel square with square root. There's a formula as well, because let me explain you here. Because a square root, we can, the answer is going to be a. The concept is that because the square root is means half, 1 over 2. So when you do that, 2 times half is going to be actually 1, so a to power 1, which is going to be a. So you should know the concept as well, that why we cancel square root with the square root, because of that formula. So okay, now 2 minus 5 is going to be minus 3 plus root 5, and 4 minus 5 is going to be minus 1. So minus 1 I'm going to bring at the top. So when I bring at the top, this minus become plus. It's going to be plus 3. This minus become, this plus become minus, and this is the answer, guys. Bit lengthy, but just follow the step how you can do this question. This question looks harder, but you can see now, just follow the step and you will be able to do the questions. So this always, these kind of question always come in the exam, and just follow the rule of the surds, and you will be able to successful. Okay, so here's one question. If you want to try, you can try this one. Again, this is not easy. So first do the denominator 1 over 3 root plus 1. So just first simplify that, then divide by 2. You will be able to solve the questions. Hope so you enjoyed the video. If you have any question or if you need any help, you can write the comments. So I will try to help you guys. Thank you so much.